Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is said to introduce many new elements and aspects of the Star Wars franchise that fans have never seen before in Star Wars history by J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, the one aspect of Episode 9 that a lot of people are really looking forward to seeing in this movie is, of course, exactly how Kylo Ren and Rey will be utilized on the big screen, and exactly how those two characters are going to work together in the same exact sequences, and in the same exact environment that they are going to be within each other. And that's one thing to look forward to for sure. They're going to be continuing that whole entire relationship between both Rey and Kylo Ren, and exactly where that's going to go by the very end of this movie. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that a concept art description of Kylo Ren and Rey inside of what is described to be an ancient temple of some kind that takes place during one of their Force spawns in the second act of the film. It said that both Kylo Ren and Rey are holding hands, where it said that they are entering a strange environment that is described to be filled with visions of the past 8 Star Wars films, where in this sequence in particular, it said that Kylo and Rey begin to see and hear alternate visions of the Prequel Trilogy era, where they witness an alternate view and angles of the lightsaber duel between both Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi that have never been seen before and were used from deleted scenes of Episode 3 for the vision sequence. It said that these are also alternate views of the construction of Darth Vader's suit that were also taken from the deleted scenes of Revenge of the Sith that fans have never seen before that will be a part of these visions for both Kylo Ren and Rey. It's said to be a moment in which it will give fans alternate views of the prequel trilogy and later on, even with the original trilogy era. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this, obviously, because when we think about Episode 9, we do know that this movie's going to have a lot of nostalgic moments in Episode 9, as well as having a lot of callbacks to other Star Wars movies, where it's going to actually connect to the sequel trilogy characters like Rey and Kylo Ren, in order to really progress and evolve the characters from start to finish. So I want to go over the first piece, where Rey and Kylo Ren are described to be in some kind of ancient temple, and this is all said to take place during one of their Force Bond sequences, where they see alternate views. The key word here is alternate views of Anakin and Obi-Wan's lightsaber duel on Mustafar, as well as alternate views of the construction of Darth Vader's suit being put onto Anakin Skywalker. So, I don't know about you guys, but this sounds like that JJ is really digging in deep in order to really make this movie feel like it's all interconnected with the prequels and the originals, while also giving us a different view on those different eras of the Star Wars movies by use of deleted scenes of Revenge of the Sith at the very least. So what I like about this, guys, like I say, this is really taking Force Bonds to another level. In case you guys are just tuning in right now, we have been hearing that Kylo Ren does in fact have a new type of power that he uses during one of the Force Bond sequences between himself and Rey, where he's able to use something around the lines of flow walking that fans have never seen before on the big screen that was used by Jason Solo in Legends. Jason Solo, by the way, was the Legends version of Kylo Ren / Ben Solo. So, with that being said, guys, what I really also love about this is that it also gives us alternate views of the construction of Darth Vader's suit from Revenge of the Sith. The iconic sequence at the very end of the movie where we see a burned Anakin screaming and the mask is being put on him as well as the suit and stuff like that, giving us alternate views of these key moments in Revenge of the Sith quickly for a vision sequence between both Rey and Kylo Ren that eventually lead to other flashbacks and or visions of the original trilogy is going to really give us different angles and views of course, the prequels specifically, and even the originals as well during this vision sequence. Now, what do I make about the Force Bonds? It seems like JJ is really bringing this back with full force. You know, he's really going to evolve the concept of Force Bonds that eventually, you know, pretty much just transition on over into flash fights. What do I make about all of this? Well, one thing I will say is that the Force Bonds, I just feel, and this is my opinion, and my opinion only, I feel that it was overdone. I feel like it was a little too much in The Last Jedi, where they should have had more scenes together physically than remotely. And that's exactly what JJ seems to be doing again in Episode 9, from what Rian Johnson did in The Last Jedi, except toward the middle and the end of the middle of this movie, they are going to have physical scenes, where they're both actually near each other, which is good. But there also are going to be numerous Force Bond sequences in Episode 9. But it's going to be used in a different way. It's not just going to be the way that we saw in The Last Jedi. It's going to be done in a way where it evolves, where they're able to see visions of the past, and where both Rey and Kylo Ren are able to see, different truths of the past that are going to change our views of the prequels specifically. And this lines up with what Richard E. Grant said before during the Radio Times, that this movie is going to have earth-shaking twists and turns. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No, I'm not the one from night to moon.